So guys, yes. So guys, remember we started our journey on Monday, right? And today is Saturday. And I just want to understand like what is your opinion, guys? How you are feeling about this thing? Are you feeling that every day you are making some improvement in your learning? Is that everyone? Can you quickly confirm? So we spend so many times, right? We take every day, we take one step ahead, right? Okay, so every day I exactly. Are you able to see that path, guys? कुछ एक दिन पे आपको लग रहा है अच्छा मैंने ये चीज सीख लिया नेक्स्ट डे यू विल अच्छा आई लर्न दिस थिंग राइट इवन यू लर्न 60-70% दैट इज ओके बट इवेंचुअली इफ यू थिंक मंडे पे कहाँ पे आप था एंड सैटरडे पे वेयर यू आर यू एबल टू सी योर ग्रोथ यस Okay, can't solve problem solving question. It will take some time, sort of. Don't worry. That as I told you, right? Assignment contain three part. If you are able to solve at least easy part and some part of medium, that is okay. But iske liye na, you need to give some more time. Some more learnings is required. Some more struggling is required, and that is okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So great, guys. But now I had solved this question. That's great, sort of. Okay. Chalo. So now let's move to today's session, guys. Today is we are going to learn very interesting topic. Okay, and you are going to understand the another way of storing data today. Okay, we are going to discuss about array data structure. Is that clear to all of you guys? Right? Okay. So let me start with the discussion. But before that, let's do some activity together. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me, guys? I give you two images. Okay. Can you tell me what are the difference between these two images? Is there any different present? Okay. Fruit top. Okay. Nut. Exactly. So here we have this nut. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Leg. Exactly. Leg. Okay. This is and this one. Okay. Here question. Okay. Ear. Okay. So here. Okay. This part, and this part. Okay. Anything else? Branch. Exactly. So this part and this part. Okay, cool. And one more is remaining, guys. Let's see who gave the answer. Exactly, leaves, Vijay. Okay. So the here we have leaves, here we don't have leaves, right? Okay, exactly. Yeah, tree leaves. Okay. So done. Okay. Let's move to the next one, guys. Thoda tricky hai. Tell me why what you have what are the difference between in these two images? Okay, I Okay, exactly. Left one, three eyes. Exactly. So here we have three eyes and here we have two eyes. Okay, good. 1 point done. Okay, any other difference? Are you able to see? One more difference is present. Let's see. थोड़ा tricky है. Exactly, Abhay. So red dot, exactly. Good point. Very good point. So here we have button. So captain button is present here, and here captain button is not present, right? Exactly. Red dot, Shiva. Yes. Cool. So let's move to the next one, guys. Okay. Now tell me, is there any difference present in these two images? It's looking like hallucination, right? Okay. Flower. Okay. Great point, Sodab. Okay. So here we have six petal. Okay. Here we have five petals. So 1 point comes. Okay. Exactly, Lina. Tell. Okay. Tell patterns are different. Okay. Here we have different pattern. Okay. Anything else? One more is present. Exactly, Abhishek. So leg part is hidden, right? So here leg is hidden, here leg is visible. Exactly. So these are the three difference. Done. So initially when you see this kind of image, now even when I saw this image initially, I feel okay, there is no difference. Then I look very carefully, then I able to find okay, these are the difference that is present. It isn't like, isn't it funny? Okay. So guys, let's move to today's topic, which is array in JavaScript. Okay, but before that, let's do one thing, guys. So we need to revise a bit about what we have learned yesterday's session about continue and break. Okay, so guys, I need one response from all of you guys. Can you quickly confirm, guys? I give you a homework yesterday. How many of you, like, be honest and tell me you have done this homework? I told you that to do this thing in your pen and paper. Have you done? Okay. Many of your saying sir time nahi mila. Okay, ठीक है. You are typing zero. But you give me a promise, guys. But tell me one thing, guys. Today you will be doing that. हो जाएगा आज. ठीक है. If you didn't get time, that is okay yesterday. But today you will be doing. All of you are those who are saying that नहीं हुआ needs to do it today. हो जाएगा? ठीक है, please do it, otherwise you will never be able to learn this thing. Okay, chalo, but let's start this thing. Okay, so we learn about how break and continue statements are working inside a nested loop. ठीक है, can I call this as nested loop? Why? Yes, because here outside I have a loop. Okay, inside I have a loop, right? So I have one loop, another loop, inside another loop, right? Okay, so this is a nested loop. Can you tell me, guys, how many times this outer loop is running? So this outer loop is running three times, right? It is starting from one, then it is going two, and then it is becoming three. Okay. How many times this inner loop is running? For each outer loop, this inner loop is running three times, right? Okay. It is also starting from one, then two, then three. So I believe everyone is able to understand this thing, right? Okay, now tell me one thing, guys. So when outer loop value is 1, when outer loop value is 1, inner loop will be running three times. First inner loop will start from 1, 1, right? So 1, 1. So outer loop 1, inner loop 1. And tell me one thing, guys. Outer loop 1, inner loop 1. Is it I is equal to j? Is that matching? क्या line number 33 is becoming true here because outer loop is 1, inner loop is 1 as well, right? Tell me, guys, yes or no? Right? Okay, so here you are getting a matching, right? That means what you are doing, you are writing break. Now whenever you will be implementing break, what will happen, guys? Your whole inner loop will terminate, guys. Your whole inner loop will terminate. Is that, we tell you, right? This break statement is present inside inner loop, not outer loop. So inner loop will terminate, so everything will end here, and then your outer loop move to next iteration, which is value 2. Now tell me again, outer loop is starting from value 2. Inner loop will also start from 1. Okay, so value 2 and then 1. Now tell me, guys, value 2 and then 1. Is that matching? No, it is not matching. You are coming down console.log I comma j. What is your I value, guys? I value is 2. What is your j value? J value is 1. So your output will be first to 1. Understood, all of you? After that, j plus plus inner loop will move to the next iteration, which will give you value 2. Now tell me, guys, outer loop is 2, inner loop is 2 as well. What you have to do? So I is equal to j. Is that matching? Yes, it is matching. Again, you will be running break, and again, your inner loop will terminate here. And when your inner loop will terminate, your outer loop will move to next iteration, guys. Tell me, outer loop value is 3. Your inner loop will again start from 1. So 3, 1. So 3, 1. Is that matching? No, it is not matching. What you are doing? Console.log I comma j. What is I value? I value is 3. What is j value? J value is 1, right? After that, your inner loop will increment your value from 1 to 2. Now tell me one thing, guys. What your inner loop value becomes 2. So your outer loop is 3, inner loop is 2. Is that matching? No, it is not matching again. So what you are doing? Console.log I comma j. What is your I value? I value is 3, j value is 2. So 3 comma 2. Is that works, guys? Everyone able to understand? After that, your inner loop value will become 3. Now tell me one thing, guys. Outer loop 3, inner loop 3. Is that matching? Yes, that is a matching. So you are writing your break. Your inner loop will terminate here. Your outer loop will move to next iteration. But is there any other element? Your condition will break here. So your outer loop will also break here. And by the time it breaks, you are getting 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2 output printed, right? So if I run this button, you are getting 2, 1, 3, 1 and 3, 2. I need everyone's response, guys. I need everyone's response. Everyone in this meeting understand how break statement is working inside a nested loop, right? Okay, so now we are going to change this break statement with continue statement, guys. I can you quickly tell me what continue will do? whenever you will be running continue will skip that particular iteration and move to next iteration, right? Exactly. So continue will not going to end the loop. Continue will not going to terminate the loop. It will going to skip the iteration, right? Okay, jump. Exactly. So now let's move here. Okay. So how many time it is running? Three time. One, two, three. Same story. How many time it is running? Three time. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. Now when this loop is starting, what is the value? Your outer loop start from 1, your inner loop will also start from 1. So 1 1 guys, is that matching? Yes, that is a match. What you are writing here? You are writing here continue. So this continue will directly increment your inner loop value j plus plus. You will be moving from here to here. Understood? You are not breaking here. You are skipping to the next iteration. You are skipping this one and moving to the next iteration, right? Okay, now your inner loop, outer loop value is 1. Your inner loop value will become 2 because you move to next iteration. Now tell me, 1 is equal to 2. Is that a match? No, that is not a match. You are coming down. Console.log I comma j. So what is your I value? So your I value is 1, your j value is 2. So you are printing 1, 2, right? After that, j plus plus, this 2 will become 3. Now tell me, so 1, your outer loop value and 3, is that matching? No, that is not matching. You are printing console.log I comma j. What is I value? I value is 1. What is j value? J value is 3, right? Okay. After that, there is no more present. It will terminate and then by default, it will come to next iteration 2. Okay. Your I value is 2. Again, your inner loop will start from 2 1. Now 2 1, is it a match? No, it is not a match. You are printing I comma j, which is 2 comma 1. After that, this 1 will be increment to 2. So your inner outer loop is 2, inner loop will become 2. Now tell me 2 2, is it a matching, guys? Exactly, 2 2 is a matching. So you are incrementing this value continue. So j plus plus kuch nahi karna hai. Let's move to next iteration, which is 3. So 2 value and then 3 value for inner loop. Now tell me 2 is equal to 3. Is that matching? No, it is not matching. You are coming down console.log I comma j. What is I value? I value is 2. J value is 3. You are printing this value, right? And do we have anything else? No. So your inner loop will terminate normally and you will be moving to the next iteration, which is 3. Now outer loop value 3. Again, your inner loop will start from 3 1. 3 1 not matching. You will be printing 3 1. After that, outer loop 3, inner loop will become 2. So 1 to 2. So now tell me 3 2. Is it a matching? No, it is not matching. So you'll be printing 3 2. After that, it will increment to 3. So 3 3. Now tell me 3 3. Is it a match? Yes, that is a match. You are printing continue j. So 3 ke baad you will be moving to the next iteration. But do I have any number? No. So my inner loop will terminate here. After that, my outer loop will try to move to next iteration. Do I have any number? No. My outer loop will also terminate. And that is the reason you are getting all this output, guys. And observe this output. You are not getting 1 1. Why? Because that you skip. Then you are getting 1 2. Fine. Then you are getting 1 3, right? Okay. After that, you are getting 2 1, but not 2 2 because that is skip. Okay. Because it is a match. Then you are getting 2 3. Okay, then 3 1, you are getting 3 2, but you are not getting 3 3. These 3 you are not getting. Why? Because this 3 I is equal to j and you are writing continue. That means you are skipping this 3 iteration and you are getting all these 6 iteration, guys. I need everyone's response. Everyone understand how this continue statement is working inside nested loop and helping you to skip a particular iteration. तो जब भी 1 1 आया, 1 2 2 आया, 3 3 आया, it is skipping and it is moving to the next iteration. Hence, if I run this statement, guys, you will see that I am getting this output, right? So 1 2 1 1 नहीं मिला, 1 2 1 3 2 1 2 2 नहीं मिला, 2 3 3 1 3 2 3 3 नहीं मिला. So this is how we are getting this output. Is that clear to all of you guys? Can you quickly type one? Done? Okay. So please, after that, please ensure that you practice it from your side as well. Then it will be 100% clear. आपका बहुत अच्छा visualization हो जाएगा how break and continue is working here. Okay. Chalo. So let me comment out here, okay, and then let's move to today's interesting topic, guys. Okay, we are going to learn about array in JavaScript. Okay, chalo. Let's start. Okay, everyone ready? Can you quickly confirm? Use pen and paper. Let's start with today's journey, guys. Okay, tell me one thing. Who is this? Okay, let's say this is Pablo Pandey. Okay, can you tell me who is she? Any guess? Someone is typing Pabli. Okay, yes. So this is, let's say, girlfriend of Pablo Pandey. Okay, now let's say age for that girlfriend is 18. Okay, now what Pablo wants to do, so Pablo wants to store his girlfriend's age. Now what Pablo will do, so Pablo will be creating a variable, so let friends one age, and here Pablo will be storing 18. Is that clear, guys? So very simple. So Pablo wants to store his girlfriend's age, and Pablo will be creating a variable and storing this value 18, and done. Clear hai everyone? Okay, now what I'm going to share, I'm going to share this. Now tell me, guys, what you are going to do then if Pablo have this many girlfriend. Okay, Pablo playboy. Exactly. Now tell me one thing, guys, कैसे आप store करोगे? Are you going to store in this way? Are you going to create friend one age 18, then 21, then 324, then 25, 18? Yes, you can do that. But is it a good way, guys? I need all of your response. What if Pablo has 1000 friend? तो कैसे करोगे आप? You'll be writing Pablo friend one the friend 999 underscore age is equal to 21. Is it a good way? Not a good way, right? Okay, so I need all of your thinking here, guys. Are you feeling that rather creating this many number of variable, is there a way I can create one variable and store all this value inside one variable? क्या वो अच्छा होता? If I have any opportunity to create one variable, not 20, 30 variable, one variable, and inside that one variable, I'm going to store all this value, right? Okay, so let me take one more example. Okay, so let's say you went to the market, right? And you buy some item from market. Okay, so now how you are going to store? You are going to create the variable like that. Okay, so item one, let's say apple, lychee, mango, banana, pineapple, orange, grape, strawberry. So is this a good way? No, again. So what if you brought 1000 items from the market? अब ऐसे लिखोगे क्या in your code? That is definitely not a best way. You can do it, but this is not a best way, right? Are you feeling, guys? Is there a single bag where I can store all this item? So I need everyone's response, guys. Are you understanding a requirement? क्या आपको लग रहा है कि ये होता तो अच्छा होता, राइट? इज देयर ए रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ हैविंग ए सिंगल बैग टू स्टोर all this, right? Okay, so yes, guys, you can store all this in a single variable if you are using an array. So array in JavaScript is a data structure to stores list of item in a single variable. Okay, so let's see this example. So whenever you want to create array in JavaScript, you need to use this third bracket. So this is array start, this is array end. So this is your array data structure in JavaScript. Okay, guys. Okay, now let's see how we can store item. Okay, so inside this you can store item separated by a comma, like item 1, item 2, item 3, and so on. So ensure that item 1 and item 2, whatever your items are present, that should be separated by a comma. So let's say you want to store age, so you can store, let's say, 18, then 21, let's say 17, then 23, all these things, something like that. Understood, all of you, how you can store list of item inside a single variable? Now what you can do, you can assign all this not to 10, 20 variable, to a single variable. So here your items is your variable name, and this element is your elements, right? So this is your single element, another single element, so on. Understood, all of you? The why part, कि why even there is a requirement of having array, ये part clear hai, right? Okay, so now let's do the practical, then you will understand 100% of it. Okay, chalo. So let's say here I'm writing age 1 is 20. Okay, let's say that I'm writing age 2. Okay, age 2, let's say 18. Okay, then let's say I'm writing age 3. let age 3. Okay, let's see here I'm writing 21. Guys, tell me, is it a good way? कैसे कितना long आप store करोगे ऐसे? No, right? This is definitely not a good way, right? So we learn this thing, right? Okay. So now what we can do, we can store this thing in a better way. How? Okay. So rather storing something like that, you can also create an array. How to create an array? Very simple, guys. Let's see this example. Okay. So if I want to create an array, I'm going to write here, let's say I'm giving a variable name called age, right? Where I am going to store multiple age. And here I'm going to initiate this array. And let's say here I'm storing 23, comma 18, comma 21. So I need all of your response, guys. Is that clear, guys? How to create an array? Right? So now let's say after that, if I write here console.log ages, let's see what I'm getting. So if I run this thing, what I'm getting this array printed. Can you see here? 23, 18, 21. I'm getting this array printed inside this output, right? Okay, so let's say I want to add one more friend. Okay, let's say here I'm adding 17, one more friend. So now if I run this, what I'm getting? I'm getting all this array element. This is a new thing we are getting here, right? Okay. Now tell me one thing, guys. Can I call this as array of number? Is that? क्या इसको मैं बोल सकता हूँ? This is an array of number. Why? Because all the element you can see here are nothing but a number, right? So this is array of number. Okay. So let me create one more array. Okay. Okay, someone is typing, sir, why you are using this third bracket? If you want to create an array in JavaScript, you need to use this third bracket. That is the reason we are creating an this third bracket. This is the syntax for creating array. Okay, Abhishek. So this is how you create a array, and you store one element, two element, three element, four element. You store total four element inside that array, and that is how we are getting this thing present. Okay, so let's say let me create one more array. So let's say here I'm writing let items. Okay, so inside this item variable, let's say I'm storing few items. Okay, let's say apple. Okay, and then let's say lychee. Okay, and then let's say grape. Okay, can you tell me, guys, how many elements are present in this array? How many elements are present in this items array? So everyone is correct, guys. We are having three element present. So this is my first element, second element, and then third element. Okay, so let's say here I'm writing console.log items. Okay, let's see what we are getting. If I run this thing, we are getting this full array. Can you see apple, lychee, and grape printed here? Okay, now tell me one thing, guys. Can I call this array as array of string? So this is array of number, this is array of string. Why? Because in this array, all the element that I'm having are of string data type. In this array, all the element that I'm having are of number data type. So this is array of number, this is array of string. Is that clear to all of you guys how to create array? Right? Okay, now you might having a question here, guys. Sir, can I store array of mix? Rather, can I store array of number, string, boolean, all of this thing? Okay, let's create a list. Okay, so let's say here I'm writing apple, okay, which is a string. Let's say after that I'm writing 23. After that, let's say I'm writing a false. Now tell me one thing, guys. Can I store array something like that? What do you think? क्या लगता है आपको? Can I do? Okay, let's try to print it. Okay, then we'll see again. Okay, so if I click on this run button, what I'm getting? I'm not getting any error, guys. The thing is that JavaScript is super dynamic, guys. You can store anything inside your array. You can store string, you can store a number, you can store boolean, whatever you want you can store. It's not like that आपको सिर्फ number ही store करना है और आपको सिर्फ string ही store करना है. You can store anything that you want inside your array because JavaScript is super dynamic and helpful for that. Is that clear, guys? Only this part we are learning till now ki how to create an array. How to create an array. Is that clear to all of you guys? Can you quickly type one? सब create कर पाओगे? Right? Great. Okay, so now let's say if I do one thing here, guys. So let's do one thing. So let's say if I print here item. So what I'm getting here? I'm getting all these items present here. So apple, lychee, and grape. Okay. Now tell me one thing, guys. So when I print here items, I'm getting all these items. Let's say I don't need all these items. I need to print apple. मेरे को सिर्फ एप्पल प्रिंट करना है तो हाउ आई कैन डू दैट सो हाउ आई कैन access a particular element inside my array that is something we are going to learn in part 2 so let's understand how to do this thing okay so for that let's come here okay and then now tell me one thing guys how many elements are present here in this array how many elements are present 1 2 3 4 5 okay 5 elements are present in this array okay now there is a rule guys whenever you want to access a specific element inside an array not the whole element or not the whole array if you want to access a specific element you need to use index value right can you all type in that case you need to use index value of that particular element now what is index index is nothing but counting guys okay index is nothing but counting and please take a note here use pen and paper what is the note is very simple guys whenever you will be counting inside programming this count will start from 0 to end not 1 so if you want to count here you cannot write sir 1 2 3 4 5 this is wrong so this is wrong way guys if you want to count here you need to start from 0 1 2 3 4 and this is called indexing an array is that clear to all of you guys from where indexing start indexing always starts from 0 not from 1 now tell me guys if I write array of 0 can you tell me what is the element I'm targeting then so array of 0 means array of index and everyone is able to see array of index 0 पे कौन सा element present है so element apple is present here guys can you tell me what will I am supposed to get if I write array of 2 what I'm supposed to get if I write array of 2, I'm not supposed to get orange. Why? Because array of 2 means array of index 2. So 0, 1, 2 will supposed to give me what? Banana in this output, right? If I write array of 4, what I'm supposed to get? So array of 4 supposed to give me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the element present here? So element mango is present here. This is how using indexing you can get a single element guys. Now let me share this thing with an example. If I write items, I'm getting this all array, right? Whole array I'm getting. But let's say I don't need that whole array. I need that. Let's say I'm writing here items of 0. Can you tell me guys what I'm supposed to get? Okay, so items of 0. I know that indexing will start from 0. So 0, 1, 2. And what is the element present at items of 0? So element present is apple. So now if I run this thing guys, wow. I'm not getting the whole array. I'm not getting apple, lychee, grape, everything. Rather, I'm getting a single element that is present inside this array at index 0 because I'm trying to get the element at index 0 like that. Okay, so that is the reason I'm getting here apple. So now if I write here 1, can you tell me what element I'm supposed to get? So now if I'm writing here 1, so index 0, index 1, index 2. What is the element present at index 1? So element present at index 1, everyone is correct, guys. Lychee. So if I click on this run button, what I'm getting? I'm getting this lychee button. Lychee element present, right? Okay. Similarly, if I write here 2, what I'm supposed to get? If I write here 2, I'm supposed to get 0, 1, 2, which is grape, right? Okay. Now, if you really understood, tell me, guys, what if I'm supposed to get if I write here 4? So items of 4. Now let's do the indexing, guys. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So tell me one thing, guys. Do I have any element present at index 4? क्या इंडेक्स 4 पे आइटम्स ऑफ इंडेक्स 4 पे कोई एलिमेंट प्रेजेंट है there are no elements present, right? Index 3 पे भी नहीं है, index 4 पे भी नहीं है. So no element present in index 4, right? And the beauty is that JavaScript will not give you an error. JavaScript इस पे आपको error नहीं देगा. JavaScript will say very simple thing, guys. So at index 4, there is no element defined by the user. That is the reason you are supposed to get an undefined, a very new thing in JavaScript. If I run this thing here, guys, you are not getting apple, you are not getting lychee, you are not getting grapes, you are getting undefined. Why? Because at this particular index 3, index 4, there is no element defined by the user. That is the reason I'm getting undefined. The moment I defined here something, let's say here I'm writing x, here I'm something, let's say y. So the moment I defined some element here, you can see I'm getting here y. Everyone, is it wow, guys? How beautiful it is. Are you enjoying? So the moment I defined here at that particular index 4, so let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have any element present at index 4? Yes, because this is defined by the user. So element y, you are getting y printed. So let's say I remove this thing, right? So now do I have any element present at index 4? No. So there is no element defined by the user at index 4. That is the reason JavaScript error nahi dega, but JavaScript will throw this is undefined. I need everyone's response, guys. Is that clear? Super clear to all of you, right? Okay, then tell me, guys, what I'm supposed to get if I write here, ages of 2. Can you tell me which number I'm supposed to get if I write ages of 2? I need everyone's response. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. What is the element present at this index? Okay, so Jatinder, please tell me. So 2 पे क्या 18 मिलेगा? No. Why? Because indexing you will start from 0. So 0, 1, 2. So ages 2 means you are referring to this particular element which is 21. Understand, everyone? So now if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting 21. So let's say here I'm writing 7. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get? So do I have any element present? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there any element defined at index 7? No, there is no element defined at index 7. Hence, I'm supposed to get here undefined. Okay, so guys, two things we learned so far. I'm going very slow, but tell me, guys, is it clear? How to create an array and how to access a specific element inside my array. Is that clear? Okay, now tell me one thing, guys. So should I give you a problem statement then? Should I give you a question? Can you do that? Let's try. Okay. So here I'm writing something. So let's say list. Okay. So here I'm writing, let's say, 1, okay. After that, let's say Masai, okay. Let's say here I'm writing 3.14, okay. After that, let's say I'm writing 1, 2, 3, okay. Let's say after that, I'm writing false, okay. So I need all of your response. The first question is that, guys, how many elements are present? Can you tell me in this array, how many elements are present in this array? 4, 5. Okay, many of you are typing, sir, 4 element present. Many of you are typing, sir, 5 element present. Okay, few of you are typing 6 as well. Okay, बढ़िया. Now tell me one thing. Elements. 1 element, 2 element, 3 element. Can I call this whole as a element? Yes or no? Separated by comma, right? And then one more element. So how many elements are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that clear to all of you? So in this array, there are 5 elements present. So this is a number, this is a string, this is again a number. Can I call ये जो element है ये खुद से एक छोटा सा array है? Is that? ये element itself is an array. How beautiful it is. Can you see array inside an array? Yes or no? Is it wow? So this element is itself is a small array, right? Okay. Now this element, what about this element? This is a Boolean element that I stored here, right? Okay, so there are total 5 elements present. Okay, tell me one thing now. If I write here console.log, first question, I'm getting here list of 1. Can you tell me what will be my output if I write here list of 1? So let's do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So list of 1 will give you what? List of 1 will give you the string which is Masai. So if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting Masai. Everyone is correct. Okay. Now tell me one thing. What if I'm writing here list of 3? What I'm supposed to get? Second question. Okay. Many of you are typing, sir. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3. So at a particular index 3, what element do you have present? You have present a small array, which 1, 2, 3. So if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting this small array, chota sa array 1, 2, 3. Understood all of you guys? Is that clear? So I'm getting at that particular index 3, ye chota sa array present. So I'm printing this array. Okay, now can I give you one more question? Can you tell me, guys, what will be my output now if I write something this? Okay, now tell me one thing, guys. Many of you are writing correct answer. That's great. So tell me one thing. List of 3. What it will give me? So list of 3 will give me 1, 2, 3. Is that? ये एक छोटा सा array है. Okay, now if I do indexing, how I can do? So this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2. Now tell me one thing. I'm saying ये जो छोटा सा array है, this array of 0, can I say that means I'm trying to access an element inside this array, right? Okay, what is the element that I got at array of 0? कौन सा element present है? Element 1 is present, right? So if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting here 1. Is it wow? Understood all of you guys? So list of 3 will give me this chota sa array. I'm saying array of index 0. Array of index 0, कौन सा element present है? This element 1 is present. That is the reason you can see this element 1 is getting output here. Can you quickly type 1, guys? Is that clear to all of you? Okay, if you really understood, then tell me one thing, what I'm supposed to get if I write here 1. Okay, now list of 3 will give me this array. So 0, 1. What is the element present at 1 index? So element present at 1 index is 0, 2, right? Okay, so now if I'm running this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting here 2, right? How? So Jisan, please tell me one thing. So 0 is your index, 1 is your index, 2 is your index. If you write list of 3 of 0, तो आप पहले एलिमेंट को एक्सेस कर रहे हो, it should give you 1. If you try to access list of 3 of 1, that means you are trying to access this element which should give you 2, right? Okay, so now if I run here 5, can you tell me what I'm supposed to get? Think and tell me. So list of 3 will give me this small array and tell me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there any element defined for this particular array at 5 index? क्या index 5 पे कोई element present है ये छोटे सा array के अंदर? Definitely no, right? So what you are getting here? You are getting here undefined. And now tell me, guys, super clear. Is that super clear to all of you? How to create array, how to access an element inside an array? I have given many examples and scenarios, right? Okay, very clear. Chalo. So let's move to our next thing, guys. Okay, so let me create a small array. Okay. Okay. So let's say you went to shopping. Okay. So let shopping. What product you want to buy? क्या खरीदना चाहते हो आप? Groceries or something else? Okay, let's say iPhone. Okay, so you buy iPhone. Okay, after that, let's say you buy a smart watch. Okay, after that you buy okay, someone is typing Mac. Okay, take a MacBook. Take a Mac. So now tell me. So let's add one more. Okay, exactly. So AirPod. Okay, tell me one thing, guys. How many elements you have in this array? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have total 4 elements. All of them are string. Can I call it array of string? Right? So this is space. This is a single element. Understand, smartwatch is not a different element. Okay, this is a single element. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now the thing we are going to learn is that how to calculate length of that particular array. So what is length, guys? So length of an array means number of element present. So what is the element number? 1, 2, 3, 4. So your length will be 4 only, guys. So how to calculate length? Very simple. So let's say you want to print length. So I'm writing console.log. First thing, you need to write your array name. What is my array name? My array name is shopping. Is that clear? So I'm writing my array name. After that, I need to write dot length. So exactly the same thing you need to write, guys. Dot length. Same spelling you need to write exactly in the same way, right? So now if I click on this run button, what I'm getting, guys? Wow, it is dynamically calculating the length for this array, which is 4. Now you want to see a magic. If I remove this earpod, okay, now can you tell me what is the length now? Now the length is 3, right? Now if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm not getting 4, I'm getting 3, because JavaScript handles the logic. You don't have to worry. You create an array. Whenever you will be writing array.length, JavaScript automatically आपको बता देगा कि what is the length of this array. That means how many elements are stored inside this array. Is that clear to all of you guys? Done? How to create length, how to calculate length? Exactly. Okay. Now I have a question for all of you guys. Can you tell me, guys, how to access first element in my array? Do you know? मेरे को एक array, कोई भी array, it can be any array. I need to access the first element which is present inside this array. What I should write? Can I say, I know whenever I'm doing indexing, my indexing will always start from 0. Can I say, always, no matter whatever it is array, shopping, Pablo, whatever is the array. So array of 0 will always give me what? Array of 0 will always give me the first element. So if I write here console.log, if I'm writing here shopping of 0, so what I'm supposed to get? I'm supposed to get the first element, which is iPhone, right? Okay, so now let's say here I'm writing something else. So let's say here I'm writing something else, Apple. Okay, now can you tell me what I'm supposed to get now? Now I'm not supposed to get iPhone, because iPhone is present at one index, right? So Apple is present at 0th index. So always I'm supposed to get the first element dynamically. If I write here shopping of 0, that means array of 0 will always give me first element. So here let me write, so array of 0 will always give me first element. Is that clear? Done? ठीक है. Now I have a question. How to access the last element? So how to access the last element in any array? Okay. Now tell me, guys, one thing. So what is the index of last element? 0 or 1, 2. Is that clear? So 2 will give me the last element. Okay. So let me write here 2. So I'm writing here console.log shopping of 2. So what I'm getting? If I run this thing, shopping of 2 will give me what? Mac. Our problem solved? You are happy? Happy all of you? ठीक है. Now थोड़ा sad हो जाओगे. ठीक है. Now let me do one thing here. Let me add one more element, which is Apple. Now tell me one thing, guys. What is my last element? Now my last element is Apple, not Mac. Okay. Now let's see what I'm getting. Am I getting Apple? क्या मेरे को Apple मिल रहा है? No, right? Now tell me one thing. Can I say ये जो solution हमने लिखा था, this is not dynamic. ये dynamic नहीं है, right? This is hard coded solution. Understood, all of you? Right? Now we need to make it dynamic. Now let's think how. Okay, tell me one thing. So now if I run this thing, it is perfect, right? Okay, I'm supposed to get Mac, I'm getting Mac. Okay, now tell me one thing. So now what is this 2? Okay, now instead of writing 2, can I write here 3 minus 1? Same है, right? Instead of writing 2, मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ? 3 minus 1. बताओ 3 - 1 भी तो 2 ही होता है, राइट? ओके, नाउ टेल मी वन थिंग, इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग 3 - 1, कैन आई राइट हियर लेंथ -1? हाँ या ना? वाओ, आई ओपनिंग. So now instead of writing 3 - 1, let's write length -1. What is my length? 1, 2, 3. So length -1. Now tell me one thing. So inside that I'm writing, I should write 3 - 1. What is this 3? 3 is nothing but my length. Okay. How to calculate length? To calculate length, I need to write shopping, which is my array dot length -1. Is that works? Can I do that? So here this hopping dot length will give me 3. So 3 - 1 will give me 2. So 0, 1, 2 will give me what? It will give me math. So now let me run it. What I'm getting? I'm getting math. My problem solved? Okay. Now let's do something here. Let's add apple. What is my last element? Now my last element is not Mac. My last element is apple. Let's see what I'm getting. Wow. Are we getting it dynamically? How? So now at this point, what is my length? 1, 2, 3, 4. My length become 4. Now tell me guys, swapping of 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 will give me what? 4 minus 1 will give me 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Is it? Wow. Understood all of you. So no matter whatever is your array, आपका array का कितना भी length है, कितना भी element है, whatever it is, if you want to access the last element, you can write array dot length -1. So array dot length -1 always give you the last element, whatever it is. So let's say if I remove two element from here, so let's say two element. What is the last element, guys? Smartwatch. If I run here, what I'm getting? I'm dynamically getting the smartwatch. Understood all of you? How to calculate length, how to get the first element, how to get the last element dynamically using the property of length. Is that clear, guys? Can you quickly type one? Done? I'm amazed. That's great, guys. That is the wow moment, guys. Right? Okay, now very interesting thing we are going to learn now. Okay, so before that, you want a quick revision. What are the things we have learned? Okay, let's do a quick revision. 2 minutes. Okay, so first thing we learned that how to create an array. Done. If I want to create an array, I need to write something like that. Here I can write whatever I want. Okay, whatever I want. Cool. So now second thing we learn about that how to access an element of array and what property we need to use here. We need to use the property of indexing. Okay, now tell me one thing, indexing कहाँ से start होता है? Always indexing will start from 0 till end, not 1. So counting will start from 0. Okay, now tell me one thing, how to calculate length. So third we learn about how to calculate length. Okay, so length using array dot length, right? So array dot length will give you the length value. Also we learn what we learn about, if I want to access the first element, what I need to use, I need to use array of 0. If I want to access the last element, I need to use what, I need to use array of length -1. Done. So far so good. ठीक है. Now let's move to the next part, guys. Okay, let me tell you one thing. So let's say here I'm writing brands. Okay, and let's say brands and this. Now I need all of your response, guys. Can you tell me, can I call this as an empty array? क्या मैं इसको बोल सकता हूँ कि this is an empty array? Why? Because there are no elements present here. If I do length, can you tell me what will be the output if I write here console.log brands.length? It should give me 0 output. Why? Because there are no elements present. So this is an empty array. Now what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about how to add an element in my array using code. Understood all of you guys? How to add an element? I'm not going to write here. I'm not going to write here like brands is Apple. I'm not going to write something like that. Rather, how to add element dynamically from my code using JavaScript, how to add element inside my array. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. Now, if you want to add element dynamically, you need to use a superpower which is called dot push. Can you quickly type, guys? I need all of your response. Push. Push is a method in JavaScript array which will help you to add an element inside your array, whatever is your array. So how to do that? Very simple. First thing, you need to write your array name, whatever is your array. क्या है array name? Array name is brands, right? After that, you need to write dot push, okay, because you want to add some element. And now inside this push, here you need to add your element, whatever is the element that you want to add. So let's say I want to add an element called apple. Okay, so now if I write here console.log brands, let's see what output we are getting. So previously we had an empty array, but wow. So we use this push method, we push this element apple inside this array. Now it becomes this array. Understood all of you guys? Okay, so I want to add one more element. So let's say I'm going to write here brands dot push, and inside that, let's say I'm writing one plus. Okay, so now if I run this thing, what I'm supposed to get, you can see, wow, I'm getting apple and then one plus, right? How it is working? Line number 53, brand dot push apple. So this apple value is added in this array at the end. So your array becomes apple. Okay. After that, line number 55, you are writing again brand dot push one plus. So again, it will add this element at the end of your array. Tell, tell me what your array will become. So your array will become apple, right? Which you already had. And at the end, it will also add one plus, right? And after that, you are writing console.log brand. So that is the reason you are getting apple and then one plus printed. I need everyone's response. Is that clear to all of you how to add an element inside my array? Right? Okay. So here you might have few questions. Let me clarify all this one by one. Okay. First question. There is a note, guys. Please write it very carefully. Whenever you will be using push method, जब भी आप push method use करोगे, this push will add the element at the end, guys. It will add the element at the end of your array. Everyone understand what do I mean by that? सबसे पहले apple it will add at the end. After that one plus it will add at the end. That is why you are getting apple. After that one plus. If you are adding something else, it will be added here. If you add something else, it will be added at the end. So this push method will add the element at the end of your array. This is point number one. Is that clear? Can you quickly type one? ये point clear है? ठीक है. Now second point. Second point, you might have some questions, sir. Sir, can I add 3-4 element at one go? क्या मैं 3-4 एलिमेंट एक साथ ऐड कर सकते हो rather creating 2-3 times push? For now, the answer is no, guys. You cannot do that. Later, there is some tricks you can do. We'll learn all of this thing later. But for now, understand that one push will help you to add only one element. Is that clear? अब एक बार लिखोगे, it will add only one element. Now, third point, ये point clear है. Second point is clear. So one push, one element is added. Not one push, 10 element. You cannot do that. One push, one element. Is that clear? Second point, right? Okay. Third point. Third point is that, guys, okay, sir, here I am adding a string value. Can I add a number? आ रहा है दिमाग में, right? Sir, can I push a number value? Let's do it. Yes, guys, you can push anything. You can push string. You can push number. If you want to push a boolean, you can write boolean. It will push boolean value. If you remember. So let's say 1, 2, 3. I need all of your response. Everyone is able to relate. Even you can pass a small array as an element, right? Okay. So you can. Next point number 3 is that you can push anything, any data type, guys. You can push. You can push string. If you want to push number, you can push. If you want to push boolean, you can push. If you want to push an array, you can push that as well. So point number 3 is clear, guys, to all of you. Anything that you want, you can push it. ठीक है? ठीक है. Now the next point is, guys, point number 4. You might have something, guys. Sir, I don't want to add at the end. मेरे को बीच में कहीं पे ऐड करना है. Can I do that? For now, no. Whenever you will be using push, it will add only at the end. So let's say here I'm writing this way. So let's say brands dot push, here I'm writing 100. Okay, so let's say here I'm writing brands dot push, here I'm writing, let's say 1 plus. Okay, so now if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting here apple. Okay, after that, first I'm adding apple. Okay, then at the end I'm adding this. Okay, then at the end I'm having 100. Then at the end I'm having 1 plus. So this 1 plus. So whenever you will be using push method, आप एक particular इंडेक्स पे ऐड नहीं कर सकते हो. लेट्स से यू थिंकिंग सर दिस ये जो 100 है ना, इसको मेरे को इधर ऐड करना है. So using push method you cannot do. There are ways you can do, but don't worry. वो सब चीज हम बाद में सीखेंगे. ठीक है? Understood? For now, just I want you to understand how push method is working. बाकी सारी चीजें बाद में होगा. क्या ये पार्ट सबके लिए क्लियर है? Can you quickly type one? Very simple. Push will take a single element and add the element at the end of your array. Right? And you can add any element that you want. Done? Sorted? Super clear? Can you quickly confirm? Are you enjoying? Okay. So now guys, we are going to learn the opposite of this. Okay. Let's take an example. So let's say, let me comment it out. Branch.push clear. Okay, that's great. Okay. So now let's move to the next. Okay. Let's say let num is equal to, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40. How many elements are present, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are present. So now we are going to learn that how to remove element, using my code, right? Okay. So now, so for that we have a superpower, guys, we need to use, which is called pop method. Can you all type pop? So whenever you will be writing pop, this pop will be helping you to remove an element from your array. So how to write? Very simple. First, you need to write your array name. So in this case, array name is num. After that, I need to write pop. Just it is, guys. इससे अलावा और कुछ नहीं है. So num dot pop. So now let me run here console dot log num. Let's see what I'm getting. So if I run this thing, what I'm getting, guys? So see guys, in line number 68, I run num.pop. So this will help me to remove the last element from this array. So this 40 element is gone. Now what is the remaining element? So 10, 20, 30. You are getting 10, 20, 30 printed here. Is that works to all of you? So let's say here I'm writing num.pop, right? Pop. So now if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting this one more element popped, right? So this line is helping to pop 40. Okay. This line number 70 is helping me to pop 30. Okay. Now if I write here one more num dot pop. Okay. So this will help me to pop one more element, guys. Okay. So now if I run this thing, you can see one more element 20 is also popped. Is that clear, guys? So one point, whenever you will be writing pop, this pop will help you to remove last element from your array. So pop will help you to remove a last element from your array. So at this point, 40 is the last element, it will remove. 30 is the last element, it will remove. Now again, you might have few questions here. Sir, question number one. Sir, can I remove this 20? I don't want to remove this last element. Can I remove this 20 or can I remove this 10? Yes, you can remove, but not using pop. We'll learn all of this thing later. But for pop, it will remove element only for from last, and we'll learn all of this thing later. Okay. For now, just understand how push method is working and how pop method is working. So pop will help you to remove from the last only. Is that clear? Okay, now you might asking one more question, sir. Inside that, can we pass some index to remove some element? No, guys. So only this thing you need to write. It will only remove the element from last. Remaining all the question, all the things, there is a possibilities, guys, but we can learn this thing later. For now, focus on minimum thing that we are focusing today. Is that clear? So I need everyone's response finally, guys. Everyone understand how push method is working, how pop method is working. That is enough for today, guys. Done? कैसे push method will add an element at the end, कैसे pop method will remove an element from the end. Done. That is the single thing we need to learn today, right? Okay, clear hai till now whatever we have discussed, guys? Okay, so let me do one thing. Super clear. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me write जहाँ पे हमने लिख रहे थे revision का, ठीक है? So then point number 4. So in 4 we learn about how to use push method to add an element, and we learn one important thing here, that whenever we'll be using push method, it will add element where? It will add element at the end, right? Okay, now then after that we learn about 5, which is pop method. So whenever we'll be using pop method, it will help you to remove an element, right? Remove an element. So it will remove element. So again, pop method will remove element from end. Understood, guys? So far these 5 points we discussed, right? Okay, now let's move to the next thing, guys, and very, very important topic we are going to learn now. Okay, so let me create an array. Okay, so let's say this is my array. Okay, I just give it array name, you can name it anything. Okay, this is a variable name, so don't worry. Okay, cool. So let's say, let me write few superheroes name. Okay, let's say Batman. Okay, after that Superman. Okay, after that let's say Iron Man. Okay, now can you tell me how many elements are present in this array? How many elements are present in this array? So 3 elements. If I write, so Purnath, tell me how it is 4. 1 element, 2 element, 3 elements. So how many elements are present here? There are 3 elements present here in this array, right? Okay. Now tell me, guys, what if I'm writing here console.log array of 0? What I'm supposed to get? Very simple. Everyone will be saying that it should give me the first element, which is Batman. Okay. Let me do a copy here. Okay, paste it. I'm writing here 1. What I'm supposed to get? So again, so this is 0th index. This is 1 index. At 1 index, I have Superman, right? Okay. So now if I run this thing, what I'm getting after Batman, I'm getting Superman. Okay. Let me paste it here once more. Here I'm writing array of 2. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get? 0, 1, 2. I'm supposed to get Iron Man. Wait a minute. Now I need all of you to focus here. What I'm doing here, guys? Just think one, what if this array is having a length of 1000? एक बार सोचो, अगर इस array का length होता 1000, and if you want to print all the element from start to end, तो क्या आप ऐसे 0, 1, 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, so on, you will be printing it till 1000 or 999? Can you do that? क्या ये make sense करता है? Is it a good way? I need all of you to focus here very high. Right now, if I write this thing 0, 1, 2, right? I'm getting Batman, Superman, Iron Man. So what I'm doing? I'm printing the first element, then I'm printing second element, then I'm printing the third element, which is the last element. Our problem solved. But what if is array ka length 1000 hota, and I want to print all the element from here till end? तो क्या मैं 0, 1, 2, 3 ऐसे करके लिखता? Is it definite? Is it a good way? This is not a good way, guys. Now tell me one thing, guys. You have one task, you have similar task, which is one task, and you are writing this task multiple times. Can you automate this using a loop? I need all of your response, guys. Now tell me one thing, guys. Are you able to understand for this example, where everything is same, right? Everything is same. Only this 0, 1, 2 is changing. Can you tell me मेरा loop कहाँ से start होना चाहिए? Where should I start my loop? My loop should start with 0. Until where I should I go? End कहाँ पे होना चाहिए? My loop should go till 2 in this example, right? Okay. So now let me do one thing. इसको मैं comment करता हूँ, ठीक है? Let me write a loop. Are you going to helping me? I don't know how to write a loop, guys. What I have to do first? For then क्या लिखना है फिर? Start exactly. Let okay. After that, I. What is the starting value of I? 0. Okay. Then I less than equal to what is till where I should go? Till where I should go? I should go till let's say 2. Okay, can I do here 2 for now? Okay, then I plus plus. Okay, cool. If I write here console dot log I, what I'm supposed to get? If I run this thing, you can see I'm getting here 0 1 2. Is that exactly the same thing? 0 1 2 0 1 2 done. Okay, now here I'm going to write a crazy thing. Okay, I'm writing here array of I. Now tell me one thing. Initially, when this loop will be running, I value is 0, right? Then I value will become 1. Then I value will become 2, right? So जब loop पहली बार run करेगा, console.log array of 0, what I am supposed to get? Batman. Console.log array of 1, next iteration, what I'm supposed to get? Superman. Next iteration, console.log array of 2, what I'm supposed to get? Iron Man. After that, this loop will terminate. Now let me run it and you will get a wow. How many times I have written my task, guys? One time. I have written my loop in such a way that we are automating this process, guys. Now, wow, I need all of your response. Is that part clear? ये छोटा सा success हमको मिला, right? Rather writing this thing 3 line, what I'm doing, one time I'm writing my task and our process is done, right? Okay. Now I have a question for all of you. Tell me one thing. Let's say here I'm writing Spider-Man. Can you tell me, guys, what is the length of this array right now? How many elements are present in this array? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there are 4 elements in this array. Okay. Now tell me one thing. This loop will start from 0 and then 1 and then 2. So now if I run this thing, क्या मेरे को सारा value मिल रहा है? Am I getting all this value? No, right? That means again, ये जो solution हमने लिखा था, this solution is not dynamic, so we need to make it dynamic, guys. कैसे करेंगे? Now tell me one thing. Guys. So rather writing here 2, can I write here I less than equal to? So let's say for this example ये 2 था, right? Okay. If this is the example, I'm getting here 2. Done? Okay. Now tell me one thing. Instead of writing 2, can I write here 2 is 3 minus 1? लिख सकता हूं instead of 2, can I write 3 minus 1? बताओ. Yes. Now instead of 3 minus 1, can I write length minus 1? Understood? 1, 2, 3. Now can I do one thing here? Here, length. So array dot length minus 1. Now if I run this thing, wow, is it the same thing? Now tell me one thing. This loop is starting from 0, then it will become 1, and then what is length minus 1? Length minus 1 means 2, right? And then it will become 2, right? And I need to go till 2. Understood? Now can you tell me one thing? Can I write here less than 3? Now tell me one thing. Can I write here less than 3? If I write here less than 3, कहाँ तक जाएगा? It will start from 0, then it will become 1, then it will become 2, right? Less than 3 means ये 3 minus 1 तक जाएगा. So 0, 1, 2. Now instead of less than 3, can I also write array dot length? I need all of your response. If I run this thing, again, this is correct, right? Okay, where should I start? कहाँ से start कर रहे हो? I'm starting from 0. After that, it becomes 1. After that, it becomes 2. Why till 2? Because I'm writing less than length. Length क्या है? Length है 3. So less than, I less than 3 means मेरे को जाना है 3 minus 1 तक. So 0, 1, 2. Okay. So now let's say I'm writing here Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Can you tell me, guys, what is my length now? मेरा length क्या है अब? My length is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I write I less than 4, तो कहाँ तक जाना है मेरे को? I need to go till 4 minus 1, that means 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 will give me Batman, 1 will give me Superman, 2 will give me Iron Man, 3 will give me Spider-Man. If I run this thing, wow. Now, no matter इधर आपके पास अगर 1000 एलिमेंट भी प्रेजेंट है, it this 3 line Can you imagine the power, guys, of a programmer? A three line will help you to print even 1000, 2000, 10,000, whatever it is. All the element will be printed dynamically. If I increase some random value, let's say A, B, C. Now all this thing, if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting all the value dynamically printed. Is that wow? I need everyone's response, guys. Everyone understand how we can iterate a loop. Okay. Chalo. So Deepak is asking, sir, what is the difference between array dot length and array dot length minus one? Tell me one thing, Deepak. Okay. There are two ways you can solve this problem. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me remove all this thing. Okay. So just a minute. Okay. Yes. Can you tell me, Deepak, what is the length here right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the length, right? Okay. And you are indexing 0, 1, 2, 3. So there are two ways you can write loop. You can start your loop from 0. Okay. So I is equal to 0. And then I less than equal to 3. And then I plus plus. This is one way. It will also start from 0, then 1, then 2, and then 3. Is that clear, Deepak? This is the first solution. This is one solution you can do. Okay. Another solution you can also write I is equal to 0, I less than 4, and then I plus plus. This is second solution is that it will also start from 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, correct? Okay. Now, if I am using this solution, so I'm starting from 0, I'm writing I less than 4. What is this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my length, right? So I'm writing here I less than, instead of 4, I'm writing here array dot length, right? If I want to solve it in this way, so in that case, I can write something like that. I less than equal to array dot length minus 1. Then it will go till 0, 1, 2, 3. मेरे को 3 तक जाना है till 3. Now, if I do this thing, any solution is correct, guys. Whatever you are comfortable with, you can write with that. Okay. Either, just a minute, guys. Okay. So either you can write I less than equal to array dot length minus 1, or you can write very simply, you can write I less than array dot length. I believe that this is a simple solution. I is equal to 0, I less than array dot length, I plus plus. Console.log array of I, you are getting all this element from start to end. Now, everyone, I need everyone's response, guys. Is that clear to all of you? And what we have learned here? We learned here is that how to iterate a string, how to iterate an array. What is the meaning of iteration? Iteration means you start from start, then this, okay, then this. This is called iterating an array, and this you are doing the same thing. Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Spider-Man. Iterating an array using loop. Is that clear? Okay, so now the sixth point we learn, which is how to iterate an array using a for loop, right? And here we learn a simple thing, right? We learn a thing that either I'm writing I is equal to 0, okay? I less than array dot length I plus plus. Either this solution is correct, okay? Or you can write in this way as well. I is equal to 0 se start karo. Then I less than equal to array dot length minus 1, and then I plus plus. Any solution is okay, guys. But I believe this is more straightforward solution. So you should use that. Done? All of you? Okay. So now, guys, finally, point number 7 we are going to discuss, which is problem solving. To revise all these topics, we are going to discuss problem solving. So we start, guys. Everyone ready? Okay. Let's say I'm having let array. Okay. Here I'm having 10, 20, 30. How many elements are present here? 3 elements are present. Now the problem is that I need to calculate sum of all the element. Is that clear? Problem statement is that in this array, whatever element are present, I need to calculate sum of all these elements. Can you tell me what is the sum? 10 plus 20 plus 30. So your sum will be 60. So I need to print 60 output, right? Now tell me one thing. अगर आपको सारे एलिमेंट का सम कैलकुलेट करना है, डू यू नीड टू इटरेट? पहले आपको ये वैल्यू देखना है, फिर ये वैल्यू देखना है, फिर ये वैल्यू देखना है. सो डू यू नीड टू इटरेट? आर यू गेटिंग ए फीलिंग ऑफ इटरेशन? Yes, guys. So now let's iterate and tell me guys how to iterate a string. Very simple. For I less than array dot length I plus plus. Done everyone? Can you quickly confirm? Is that clear? So now if I write here, let's say console dot log array of I. What I'm writing? Array of I. Why? Because if I write only I, it will give me 0, 1, 2. I don't need that. This is index value. But if I write array of 0, it will give me 10, then 20, then 30, right? Okay. So now if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm getting here 10, 20, 30. Is that clear so far? Now I need to add this all into a sum, right? I need to add this all into a sum. So can I create a sum variable here, guys? So let sum and I initialize this sum variable with 0. मैं starting में assume ये कर रहा हूँ कि sum के अंदर कुछ नहीं है. It stores a value 0. Now what I'm doing every time, guys? So rather printing it here, I'm going to write here sum is equal to sum plus array of I. So जो भी array of I में आपको value मिल रहा है, please add this into your sum variable. And once everything done, I'm going to write here console.log sum, and let's see what we are getting in this output. First tell me guys, our problem solved or not? Then we'll understand how it is working. तो हमारा problem हो गया solved, right? We need 60, 60 मिल गया. Now let's understand how it is working. Okay, when this loop is starting, your I value is 0, right? Your first condition, 0 less than array dot length. Array dot length is 3. So 0 less than 3. Is that true? Yes, that is true. You are coming down. Sum is equal to sum plus array of I. Sum value क्या है? Sum value is 0. You are writing 0 plus array of I. That means array of 0. What is array of 0? Array of 0 will give you 10. So 0 plus 10. What will be your sum value? Your sum value will become 10. After that, I plus plus, your I value will become 1. Now tell me guys, 1 less than 3. Is that true? Yes, that is true. Again, you will come down. Sum is equal to sum plus array of I. What is my sum value now? It is not 0 anymore. My sum value is 10. And after that, I'm writing 10 plus array of I. That means array of 1. Array of 1 will give me 20. So 10 plus 20. What will be my new sum value, guys? 10 plus 20 will give me what? 30, right? After that, I plus plus. 1 value will become 2. Now tell me guys, 2 less than 3. Is that true? Yes, that is true. I'm coming down. Sum is equal to sum. Now what is my sum? Now my sum is not 10. My sum is 30, guys. Now tell me 30 plus array of I. What is I value? I value is 2. So array of 2 will give me what? Array of 2 will give me 30. Now tell me guys, 30 plus 30, what I'm supposed to get? So 30 plus 30 will give me 60. So now this 30 will be replaced with 60. After that, I plus plus, this 2 value will become 3 value. Tell me guys, 3 less than 3, क्या ये true है? No. So this will give you a false statement, and whenever you will be getting, it will terminate your loop. You will be come out of your for loop, right? And after that, you see, okay, line number 63. So console.log sum. What is your sum value? Your sum value is 60. And that is the reason you are getting this 60 output. Is that wow, guys? Everyone in this meeting understood that how we are calculating sum value of all the element that is present inside my array, and we are storing it into our sum variable dynamically, guys, by iterating using a for loop. Done? Okay, so you might thinking, sir, is it dynamic? Okay, let's add one more element. See what we are getting. Wow, it is super dynamic. Let's say here I'm adding 25. Okay, it will be reduced by 5. Can you see here? Understood, all of you guys? Great question by Ayush. Ayush is saying, sir, can I find product instead of sum? Can I find product of all these element? Yes, you can find product as well. So how to do in that case? Very simple. in if you want to calculate product, you need to, let's say I'm creating a variable called prod. Okay, so here I initialize this value with 1. Why? मैं अगर इसको जीरो करूंगा, so tell me one thing guys, जीरो से अगर किसी भी चीज का मैं मल्टीप्लीकेशन करूंगा, क्या आएगा उसका आंसर? जीरो ही आएगा, राइट? तो ये काम नहीं करेगा, राइट? सो इफ आई वांट टू कैलकुलेट प्रोडक्ट, लेट्स स्टार्ट इट विथ 1. ओके, नाउ टेल मी वन थिंग गाइस. So what I'm doing here, I'm removing this thing. So here I'm writing product is equal to whatever is your product value जो पिछले में था, multiplied by array of I which you are getting here, right? So when this loop is first time running, array of I will give you 10. So you'll be writing 1 multiplied by 10. So 1 into 10 will give you what? 10. After that, next loop is running. What your array of I will be 20. So you are writing 10, which is your previous value multiplied by 20. So what you will be getting? You will be getting 200. So after that, again, you will be writing next loop, right? Next iteration 10. So tell me guys, 200, which is your prod value, multiplied by array of I, which will give you 10. So what will be your new value guys? 2000 will be your new value. After that, this loop will terminate. You are printing console.log. It's not sum. Here we need to write prod. Okay, so now if I run this thing, what I'm getting 2000, which is product of all this element that is present here. Understood all of you guys? Can you quickly confirm? Nice. Okay, so now let's do here sum guys. Okay, पहले वाला कोड जो है उसको modify कर देते. तो sum is equal to sum plus array of I. Here I'm printing sum. So if I run this thing, so 10, 20, 30. So if I'm writing here this, I'm getting 60 done. Okay. Now tell me one thing, guys. I don't have to calculate sum. I have to calculate average of all this number that is present. Can you tell me, guys, what is the formula of average? Average का formula क्या है? Average means sum of all the element that is present, right? तो ऊपर आपको लिखना है sum of all the element, नीचे आपको क्या लिखना है? Count of all the element. Understood guys? Is that clear? Average का मतलब क्या है? Average means sum of all the element divided by count of all the element. Now tell me one thing, क्या sum of all the element हमने already calculate कर लिया है? Yes, sum of all the element we already have done. Tell me guys, count of all the element. Can I use length? Can I use length to find count? What is the count? 3 is the count. What is length? 3. So here simply can I write sum upon length. So now while this printing, can I write here sum divided by length, which is array dot length. So now if I run this thing, what is the average? You can see average is 20. Wow, guys, I need all of your response. Are you slowly moving to problem solving direction? Everyone understand the way you want your logic, you can write. Done? Everyone clear how to calculate average, right? Done. Okay. Now let's solve few more question. Okay, chalo. So let's say this is our array. Okay. Now let's say 15. Okay. 20 and then 30. Now the question is very simple, guys. I need to print all the odd number present in this array. Question is clear, guys? इस array में जितना भी odd number है, I need to print only those number. So 10, is it a odd number? No. 20, is it an odd number? No. 30, is it an odd number? No. 15, is it an odd number? Yes. So I need to print 15. Okay. After that, 20, no. 13, is it an odd number? Yes. So I need to print 13. So only I have to print 15 and 13. Is that cool? Right? Okay. Now tell me one thing. If you want to check every number, right? सारे number आपको एक एक करके check करना है, right? For that, do you need a loop to iterate your array? Are you feeling a requirement? मेरे को हर number check करना है, तो एक एक करके loop iterate तो करना है, right? Okay, how to write a loop? तो दिमाग में बैठ जाएगा अभी, right? कितना बार मैंने लिख लिया, right? Okay, for let I is equal to 0, I less than array dot length. Can you write it blindly now? I plus plus. ठीक है? Okay. Now tell me, if I write here console.log array of I, what I'm supposed to get? I'm supposed to get all the element. Console If I write here console.log, I'm supposed to get all the element, but do I need all the element? No. क्या है इस पे हमको कंडीशन लिखना है? Do I need to write a condition? अगर ये जो array of I का value odd number है, then only print that, right? So can I write here simply if array of I mod 2 is equal to 1. Can I do this thing? Odd number means it will give you 1 as remainder value, right? Even number means it will give you 0 as remainder value. So now whenever whenever I'm getting a odd number, then only please print my number, otherwise you don't have to print. Now if I run this thing, what I'm getting? I'm not getting all the number. I'm getting only those number which are odd in nature. So 15 and 13. I need all of your response, guys. Is that clear? So when this loop is starting, it will start from 0. Okay. Now tell me, guys, 0 less than length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0 less than 6. Is that true? Yes, you are coming down. Now array of I. What is array of I? Array of I is 10. Now tell me, guys, 10 mod 2. क्या 10 mod 2 is equal to 1 है? No, right? It is not true. You are not doing anything. Now tell me next iteration. 20 mod 2. क्या ये 1 है? No. 30 mod 2. No. 15 mod 2. No. Now, no. 15 mod 2. Now tell me, guys. 15 mod 2. What is the result of 15 mod 2? So 15, 2, 2, 7, 14, 1. What is your remainder value? Remainder value is 1. So 15 mod 2 is equal to 1, which is a true. You are coming down. Console.log array of I. Array of I will give you what? 15. After that, 20 mod 2 क्या 1 है? No. Then tell me, guys, 13 mod 2. Is that 1? Yes, that is 1. You are coming down. Console.log array of I. You are printing here 13. Hence, you are printing all the odd number which is present in this array. Right? Is it wow? If you change this thing from 1 to 0, what you will get? You will get all the even number which is present in this array. Done, guys, everyone? Okay. Now let's say my question थोड़ा सा change करूंगा. You need to find sum of all the odd number. Can you tell me what will be the result? Sum of all the odd number means 15 plus 13. So what will be your result, guys? 28 should be your answer, right? Okay. So done, guys. So can I create a sum variable? So let sum is equal to 0. Now when you need to add, so whenever you see array of I mod 2 is equal to 1, then only it is a odd number. So whenever you will be getting an odd number, then only please add it into your sum variable. So here I'm writing sum is equal to sum plus array of I. So जब भी आपको एक odd number मिलेगा, then only you will be adding into your sum variable, right? Okay. After that, I'm writing here console.log sum. And what I'm getting if I run this thing, I'm getting here 28, which is sum of all the odd number which is present here. Is that clear to all of you guys? I need all of your response. Done, right? Okay. Now if I change this thing from 1 to 0, क्या आएगा? It will give me sum of all the even number which is present. It will give me sum of 10, 20, 30, 20. What you are getting? You are getting 80. So whenever you will be getting an even number, then only you will be adding into your sum variable. So that means you are getting sum of all the even number which is present here. I need everyone's response, guys. Is that super clear to all of you? Done? Okay. So let me revise from the start, guys. What are the things we learned from scratch, right? Okay, let me revise it from here. We had done here, right? Okay. So we started with this, guys, how to create an array. Okay, we done this thing. Okay, then we learn about how to access an element of an array using the property of indexing. We know that indexing start from 0 to end. Then how to calculate length of an array. And we know if I want to access the first element, array of 0 will be giving the first. If I want to access the last element, array of length minus 1 will give you the last element. We learn about push method to add a element dynamically into my array. We learn about pop method to remove an element from an array, right? Then we learn about how to iterate an array using for loop. And after that, we did how to solve problems, how to think about problem solvings in your array. That is something we also learned. Is that okay, guys? Clear to all of you? Okay, so that is all about array, guys. And we are done with this for today's session. Clear, guys? Can you quickly confirm anyone having any doubt in array? So please make sure, guys, you spend some time with array, right? And then you do all of this thing code from your side as well. Then you will understand this thing. Done? Good. So that's great, guys. So today you will be having one more session, DEC session. Again, few problems, few understanding will get from that session as well. Okay. So let me stop the recording here. Okay. Yes. Then we'll be having some talk.